Hello again, welcome to the fifth and final episode of Forging the Stag Beetles. Here you can see I've pre-drilled the holes, ready for a process that I call blind riveting. This technique I'm about to show you is a concept given to me by a very good friend and very good blacksmith, Tony Ingerfield. So I'm using a top snap to burr or crimp the edge of the hole. What I'm going to do next is upset a bar inside that hole, and because of the crimping it won't be able to come out again. That bar is now permanently fixed and is ready for riveting over. A problem that might occur if you're to try this technique is stopping the shrinkage of the bar whilst it's being hot from coming loose again. So the idea is to get the parent metal as hot as can be so it shrinks and grabs hold of that piece of steel. So now we're fitting the antlers on, so I've just used the monkey tool to make sure everything fits nicely, and now we're about to do the riveting. So now we're riveted together beautifully. It's now to bend the antlers into the right positions. So I'm using my propane, oxypropane torch, and I'm just putting a light amount of pressure on there. I'm heating it up until it bends on its own, so I'm not overstraining, leaving kinks in the steel. I'm letting the steel just move as it wants to. Now it's just a case of repeating the blind riveting process for the legs. So now for the fun but crucial part of the project, bending the legs into the right positions, making sure everything looks right, using my artistic eye if you like. So I need to put a generous amount of heat into these joints to stop any cracks possibly appearing. So bending the twists, you need to make sure lots of heat and letting the steel move of its own accord when it's on the right temperature, so not too much pressure, not forcing anything to happen. All happens naturally. And here are the finished, or should I say, well, naked pair of fighting stag beetles ready to do their job. So the next stage is to apply the finishes, and we start by having them hot dip galvanized. Don't worry, it's not going to look this nasty silvery colour for long. You want to make it look how it looked before, its original blackened, fresh out the fire look. However, galvanized produces superior protection compared to any kind of paint that you might buy. It'll last a very, very long time, even in outside conditions. And it also leaves behind all the hammer marks and the lovely kind of textures that you'll find on the steel that will otherwise be covered up by the paint. So I've developed a new formula, well, a secret formula should I say, of keeping that original look, that lovely blackened finish. So after cutting off the drips and drabs of the molten zinc that is alloyed to the surface, it's giving it a wash in a formula called T-wash, which gives it a key for any kind of paint that you might apply. Now it's a case of applying my homemade finishing formula. It's applied hot and is almost microns thin, and once it's rubbed down it buffs up really nicely. So at this point I just like to buff the edges just to highlight them, and the zinc, it brightens up quite well, and afterwards I just give it a nice kind of like little coating of wax just to protect that kind of shiny buffed up zinc finish. And that is how I create my original Lisle Stag Beetle boot pulls. These were actually finished prior to Christmas and delivered. It's just taken a little while to edit these videos in time. Thank you very much for watching and viewing the progress so far. Do keep in touch and stick around for my next episode of forging my Stag bookends. There'll be lots of demonstrations of how I do fire welding and how I create those beautiful organic shapes. So like, subscribe, and check out for my next episodes. See you later. Bye bye.